Hey guys, this is a review of the Windows 7 release candidate, build 7100. I've been testing Windows 7 for the last several months now, and I can say Microsoft is making their best Windows release ever. There's been several minor changes since the beta, like a new logon screen, a glowing start button, new icons, new sample music, new sample pictures, new wallpaper, new sample video, stuff like that. There hasn't been a lot of change. There's a slight increase of performance in the RC compared to the beta. Windows 7 is compatible with most applications and drivers designed for Windows Vista, because Windows 7 is built off the same architecture as Windows Vista and Windows Server 2008. Just because they're built off the same architecture does not mean Windows 7 is Windows Vista R2. There's enough new features, there's enough things tweaked in Windows 7 that Microsoft can call it a new version of Windows. And the Windows 7 version number is 6.1. That is because applications and drivers that were designed for Windows Vista will also recognize Windows 7 as Windows Vista because of the version 6.1 and Vista was 6.0. One of my favorite things about Windows 7 is their new window management features, like arrow snaps, where you drag your window to a side of your screen and it will resize itself to that side of the screen. You can also drag your window up and it will maximize itself. Arrow Shake is a new window management feature in Windows 7, where you have more than one window open and you shake your window to minimize the other windows. Okay, now shake it again when they're minimized and they'll maximize. Another cool window management feature, I guess you could call it a Windows management feature, it really isn't, but another cool feature in Windows 7 is Arrow Peak, where all your windows will become transparent. The biggest visual change in Windows 7 is the taskbar. In the taskbar in Windows 7, you can now pin the applications you want to the taskbar and launch them from there. You can do this by dragging an item from the start menu to the taskbar, or just right-clicking on it in the start menu and select Pin to Taskbar. You can, by right-clicking on an icon in the taskbar, you get a jump list. Jump list is it shows a list of the recently opened items and the tasks you can do with that application. Like for Microsoft Word, it shows your recently opened documents. You also get jump list in the start menu. See, it sees all the tasks you can do with getting started. And with WordPad, it shows all the things you recently opened in it. Tray icons in Windows 7, there's only 3 at a time. I like that. They don't clog up your taskbar. You have to click this to see the rest of them. New in Windows 7 is Action Center. Action Center is the successor of Windows Security Center, which debuted in Windows XP Service Pack 2. Windows Action Center alerts you to security and maintenance. There's also an option of recovery in Action Center, where you do a system restore if your computer is having problems. So Action Center is another new feature in Windows 7. A new feature in Windows 7 is Device Stage. When you plug in a device that's compatible with Device Stage, Device Stage will pop up with all the information on your device, and it will show you things you can do with it on your computer. Let me just plug mine in. My MP3 player. Okay. And here's Device Stage. So yeah, it just shows you the things you can do with it on your computer. Manage media on your device, browser files, import pictures and videos, change general settings. You also get a jump list for Device Stage of all the things you can do with your device, the tasks. So yeah, this is another cool feature in Windows 7. One of my favorite features in Windows 7 is BitLocker to Go. Drive encryption for your USB flash drive or external hard disk. Let me just plug in my USB flash drive in. Okay, I've just plugged mine in. Now to access your USB flash drive or external hard disk, you have to type in a password. Let me just type mine in. Okay, I'm going to unlock it. Okay, it's unlocked. I can access it. One of the good things about having BitLocker to Go on your USB flash drive or external hard disk is if somebody steals your USB flash drive or external hard disk, they can't access all your files unless they somehow find out your password. And another thing good about BitLocker to Go is if you don't have a compatible hard disk, you can use your USB flash drive or external hard disk instead. Now the bad things about BitLocker to Go is you can only read your encrypted flash drive on Windows XP and Windows Vista. You can't write to it, so you can't save anything to it. That's a bad thing about it. You can only read and write to it from a Windows 7 PC. So yeah, I really like BitLocker to Go. In Windows 7, there's a new version of Windows Media Player. In this version of Windows Media Player, it has a new user interface. It has new options like stream, turn on media streaming with home group, allow remote control of my player, allow internet access to home media. There's also a new feature called Mini Player in the new Windows Media Player. So I'm going to play a song. I'm going to click this, switch to now playing. This is the Mini Player. That's a good song. So yeah, that's the new Windows Media Player in Windows 7. The new Paint in Windows 7 now uses the Office 2007 ribbon interface. They've also added some new functionality to it like brushes, shapes. You can zoom in and out. Let me just demonstrate it. Okay, and here we have a sun. A very simple and quickly drawn sun.